Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Destiny, who just returned to Love and Marriage Huntsville for season 7. Her suggesting that Melody and LaBerrick may have gotten together and figured out how they could get accusations, arrest on both of their exes. So she's not really buying the whole coincidental thing. We can't help if y'all are kind of moving a little shady, but we're going to get into that. We're going to get more into that. Now, I do ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. Even if you were to hit the dislike button, honey, either one of those work the same, meaning that YouTube will recommend this video to more people who love discussing the various topics surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you as one of the showstoppers. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed for criticism. All right. Now that we have gotten all of the disclosures disclosed, all of the church announcements read, let's go ahead and get to business. So there were a few sound bites that I wanted to share with you all. This first one is Dustin asking Destiny about her friendship with Martell. This interview ran on Carlos King's YouTube channel. Dustin is interviewing the various cast members. Remember, during season 6, Carlos interviewed everyone too. He did virtual interviews with the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville in the beginning of season 6. Now he has Dustin doing it. I guess Carlos doesn't want to be connected to any controversial sound bites, so he's got Dustin doing it. So we're going to get into this first soundbite. Dustin is kind of verbose, kind of wordy, not nearly as wordy as Kiki, but he does, when he asks a question, he does lead into it. I think that he's trying to give Destiny so much context in hopes that she can give us a meaty response. But you'll see what I mean. And here we go.
About your friendship with Martell, what is that like today?
Martell is a pain in the ass still today. Martell is so funny because, contrary to popular belief, Melody and Martell are a lot alike. She's just really good at holding her emotions better than him.
Okay.
But I will say that Martell has a heart. He has a giving heart, and he's I have to reel him back in a whole lot. Sometimes he don't listen. Most of the time he don't listen until after the fact. But I just, at the end of the day, our kids play together, and our relationship is based on him. Like, he's like a brother to me in real life. And it just is what it is.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So the reason why I wanted to share that soundbite with you all is because, she said that in her opinion, Martell has a heart and their kids play together. And we know that, right? Because Destiny in recent months has shown the Eminem kids on her Instagram. But, Martell wants to block Melody from sharing their children on her personal social media. But I really wanted to share that soundbite with you all because did you peep Destiny saying, contrary to popular belief, Melody and Martell are a lot alike? It's just that Melody is able to hold in her emotions. No, Destiny, that is called having self-control. And if you are spiritual, then you know that self-control is a spiritual trait. It is a good thing to have. It is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. If you study the Bible, in Galatians, self-control is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. And that is something that Melody possesses because she literally co-works with her ex-husband, who, in my opinion, moves like, a stalker, like showing up to where she's out on dates. When she threw the party for Kimmy during season 6, he was adamant about walking Melody out to her car. We've seen him in season 6, the first half, I believe, where he was pulling up to her house on the hill, blowing the horn. That is embarrassing. But she exercises self control. So she was trying to reduce Melody to Martell's level. And I just wanted to point that out to you all. So now, Destiny, I'm so sorry. Dustin asked Destiny about her former friendship with Melody. He was actually, in my opinion, trying to get Destiny to say that she wants to be friends with Melody again. I feel like that's what he was trying to do. And so this is what she had to say about Melody.
Of your relationship with Melody today? Are you guys speaking, or are you guys figuring out rebuilding, or what's going on with you and Melody today?
We're cordial.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you interested in being more than cordial with her again, or is this kind of where you guys have found your groove of peace amongst each other?
Peace is a strong word. But I feel like sure, yeah, we found our groove in being cordial.
You don't sound motivated, Destiny. Talk to me about that.
What?
Are you interested in rebuilding or finding a friendship with Melody, or has that shit pretty much sailed for you?
I'm interested in building a relationship with anybody that can be their authentic selves.
And you don't feel like Melody is her authentic self when it comes to your relationship with her? You don't feel like that's been displayed?
My past experiences, no.
Okay. And is that something that do you feel like that can turn around, or is this kind of like it when it comes to the connection between the two of you? Because for the viewers, it just felt misaligned once we saw you and Melody kind of have a little bit of drama or pressure between the two of you. And like at the Madani grand opening event where we saw you guys have words, and it felt foreign from what we were introduced to, because we were introduced to you all as friends. And so it was kind of tough for us to watch. And I think that there's just a general feeling of hopefulness, right? We would like to see maybe you guys find your way back to each other if possible. We also know, though, that adult relationships, there's ebbs and flows, things kind of transition and pivot, and sometimes they run this course, you know what I mean? And it just is the end of that iteration of the two of you. So is that where you are with it today, or do you feel like you're not interested in advancing a personal bond with Melody?
I feel like, as far as advancing a personal bond, like we've been there, done that, and sometimes people just don't fit.
Okay.
And
that's real.
For me, it's just been so much done, and I think the reason why it was shocking to see us in a space that you saw us at Madani was because so much was done, but it wasn't on camera. It wasn't privy to
filling that gap for us. Yeah. So that you know what I mean? So, and the reason I ask that is because it helps us as the viewers to get a better sense of exactly who you are, and it helps us have empathy and just get involved into the story of what happened. When we're left with just the fallout or the conclusion of what obviously was a buildup of events and occurrences, we're kind of lost on the other side of the screen. So what can you share with us that kind of got you guys into the space where you are currently?
Well, what I can say is, people, like you said, some adult friendships in general just they don't make it. You may not make it through a disagreement or an agree to disagree moment. For me, I feel like with the Melody situation, it's okay for you to choose to not be someone's friend anymore. That's perfectly fine. But you don't have to try to tarnish someone's name, their character, and everything else on your way out the door. And that's a lot of things that I experienced, and a lot of people may or may not have seen it or didn't understand it. So for me, it's like, if we're done, we're done. Like, I don't have to be dragged. I don't have to be called a liar. I don't have to be made this character or this narrative that's not realistic to me in order for us to separate our friendship. Like, just go,
Yeah, if God said.
Okay, so that is the soundbite leading into Dustin asking Destiny about the revenge P charge against Martell. And that is when she's going to make this suggestion about Melody and LaBerrick. Now, what I also want to talk about, so earlier we saw where Destiny was trying to reduce Melody down to Martell's level, saying that they were a lot alike. And then she is starting to equate Melody with LaBerrick as if LaBerrick is someone negative, and then she and Martell are these victims of Melody and LaBerrick. And she said, they are cordial to each other. We know that Melody is a professional. If she can film with her ex-husband who produced a baby outside of the marriage, certainly, of course, she can be cordial with Destiny. That was definitely nothing surprising, but she is trying to set this whole stage of putting Melody and LaBerrick on this negative level, and then she and Martell are the victims. Throughout this interview, towards the end, she said that the cast, they were so excited for season 7. She said, yeah, we were excited about a new season for a change. And, even Martell said, I got to watch and see what's with this whole thing of Sonny and Moses. So the fact that she's saying that the cast is excited about this season, but obviously we see Melody is not promoting this season at all. We know that it's going to be some bull. And it's all about trying to make Melody look bad. And that includes this interview that Destiny has done with Dustin tonight. So now we are going to get into the soundbite where Destiny talks about Melody and LaBerrick and how she suggests that they plotted on her and Martell.
About what we saw in the season premiere episode with Melody having Martell, having a warrant placed out on Martell for his arrest for domestic violence through harassing text messages and communication. How do you feel about that space?
Well, first and foremost, I don't think anybody deserves to be harassed in any form or fashion. I'll start there. And to see that situation happening in almost, I can't say simultaneously, but right after my own arrest.
Yes.
It just seems like it's this love and locked up or love and marriage Huntsville. It just seems so ironic, I will say that, that we both were experiencing the same things from our exes, who are now close friends. And so for me, it just seems, yes. For me, it just seems like, well, y'all sitting back planning this out. Like, did y'all teach each other how to get these warrants and give us that's how I was feeling.
Wow. How long have Melody been close friends? This is a new friendship, right?
Well, my ex and I both know Martell. Martell and my ex were friends since they were 6 years old. Oh, okay. And so, I don't know. It just seems like as of late, and you be friends with you want to be friends, but I really don't care. But it just seems as of late that it's been just a little extra.
Mm-hmm. Now you've seen them hang out more than you have normally seen in the past.
And it's when I'm calling my son on my FaceTime calls, I don't expect to see her in the background, but it's happened.
Really? Okay, and so, okay, wow, Destiny. Well, this is the information that helps the viewers come to a conclusion, or help viewers understand how you've come to certain conclusions when it comes to the decisions that you make about whom you're in relationship with. So, wow, so you saw Melody in the home of your ex when you were.
No, I think they were at his restaurant.
Okay, yeah. At a restaurant. Okay.
And that's fine, but if you see me, even if we're not friends, you could at least, like, all the kids are like, Miss Destiny, Miss Bethany, and she's just looking like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you think that you all could have a conversation to begin to kind of clear the air, or maybe make sense of where things are between the two of you?
We have.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Okay. Look, enough said. I heard. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack with that soundbite. So Destiny, she obviously watches the bloggers. I know that somebody has mentioned before, like some of these people should be on Love After Lockup. I know that when Martell and Sheree were fake dating, and people talked about how Sheree has a pattern of dating men that would not really take her seriously or respect her, and they brought up Tyrone. And people have said Sheree should have been on Love during lockup and then Love after lockup. So I feel like Destiny probably got that inspiration from hearing someone else say that, and it is a funny joke, right? But she then said that, it's highly coincidental that our ex spouses are now suddenly cool again. They're suddenly cool when we both had our charges. Destiny, that is not how that works. When someone does something that is considered illegal or a crime, and then they get arrested and charged with something, it is not because your ex spouse was able to just like cook up some stuff, grab a scrap sheet of paper and write some stuff down about you and then go take it down to the courthouse. That's not how that works. Allegedly, you were accused of forging his signature on documentation relating to utilities. That is what the alleged charge was. The alleged charge was. So that is not anything that LaBerrick could just sit around and cook up, And then as far as the DV with the harassing communications, that, in my opinion, relates to the revenge P. And you would have to send a text message in order for it to possibly be harassing communications. It's not like Melody dreamt it and, it was all a dream. She would have had to have a tangible text. And she even said in that scene with her brother that, she took the evidence down and took it down to the courthouse and was able to sign the warrant. And bada, bada bing, bada boom. So I feel like it's on a very low intellectual level for her to say, did they get together and just, put this together and just come up with something? You would only say that if you're trying to come up with an excuse to make yourself look better and make your ex-spouse look bad. And then she almost tried to suggest that, Melody and LaBerrick are extremely personal when she said when he has their son-in-law and she FaceTimes him, she can see Melody in the background. And she just left it at that. And then naturally, Dustin said, wow, so Melody, like you've actually seen her in your ex-husband's house. And then she said, oh, no, no, no. I think she was at his restaurant. So because Dustin followed up with what she said with a follow-up question, and he was very specific, she was sure to clean it up because she wouldn't want Melody, chopping her up at the reunion. So she clarified, no, 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 I think she was at his restaurant. That's where it was. She was patronizing his restaurant. She was supporting him. And then, here you go calling. Maybe someone posted on social media that, oh, thank you, Melody, for the support. I'm just throwing out a scenario to make her want to FaceTime call. You know what I mean? You just never know what people are willing to do. But I feel like, on a low intellectual level, some people might believe that Kakamana's story about Melody and LaBerrick plotting against their exes. It does not make any sense. And that's not how the law works. And definitely ain't nobody gonna go out and arrest people on just like two exes cooking up stuff in their homes on how to get their ex-spouses. But I thank you all so much for watching this video. I always appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video because it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. I hope you all have been having a great weekend so far. You know that I was up early. I got my retwist and I took pictures. I went to the park right after that and took some pictures and made a video. And that's why like my voice is kind of trying to leave, because like I was outside and I took my jean jacket off, because when the sun was out it was kind of warm, but then the sun went away, and I went to the movies, and it was like raining after I got in my car to leave the movies. So the weather went through changes. So I'm gonna probably like tomorrow have some hot tea and maybe some elderberry and echinacea, just to try to make sure that I don't get like this spring cold or anything. But yeah, I hope you all have had a fantastic weekend. I definitely foresee myself making some content tomorrow, because I know that some of you are blacking out the season in case you would want to know some highlights. I think I'm going to, capture visuals of each scene of the episode of tonight for season 7, and maybe do a review of the entire episode, or just do some highlights if there are clips on Instagram. But definitely you'll hear from me tomorrow. All right, I will talk with you all soon. Bye.